So now that you have created an album, what you might want to do is to modify or change some of the settings or descriptions that you have for the album. Wherever you are in Ximalaya, go to the URL studio.ximalaya.com. Once you arrive on the page, it may seem overwhelming at first, but then again, these icons, trust me, will grow on you. The one you will use quite often these days is the one with the little radio icon. When you hesitate, you can always turn on Google Translate and will take you to Program. You click on Program, and what's a little bit confusing is, again, your podcast is your album and your episode is your show. So click on My Album, and here's where you can edit your album. For example, I'll use the first one. So there are a few options, 4 precisely, associated with each of the albums. As you can see, I have 3 of them. The first is Share. When you click on Share, there are a number of items, but the ones that will most likely be interesting to you is the final one, where you can get a direct URL associated with your episode. And here, as you can see, there are a number of options, whether it is just an HTML that you can paste in an email or text it to your friend. You could also receive an iframe where you can drop on your website. As always, they always give you a QR code, which will play the episode on your mobile phone. So that is Share. Let's see, I think Google Translate is making this a little bit difficult. So whenever you refresh the page, you have to go back to Program and then your album. The second option here is Manage Sound. What Manage Sound means is you can take a look at the episodes underneath this particular album. So I wouldn't recommend that you go crazy here because there's a lot to explain and there's a lot of options that might confuse you. So what I would recommend, if you only want to make edits to the album itself, what you want to do is the third option. That is the actual edit, not sound management. So click on Edit, the third option, and here this page looks familiar to you, especially if you have just created an album. You can reference the PDF we have attached there. You can also turn on a translator here. But basically, what you have are the album name, the album cover, the type of the album, this means foreign language, and any of the description. So essentially, you're going through this whole creation process again, except that there are a lot of details that have already been filled in for you. The final option next to album, which is the fourth option, is to delete. So you gotta be a little careful with this. The good news is once you click on delete, the fourth option, you have a pop-up window on the left. Red is to confirm, and the one with the white button is to cancel. Of course, in this case, we want to cancel. Most likely, you guys will be sticking with the third option for editing purpose. Hope this helps.